All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got your watch list coming into tonight for June 10th, 2019. The biggest question people are asking about is having to do with the trade deal. We got Friday, Mexico agreed to the deal. The question, or what people have been debating about, is was this deal priced in or not? That is going to be what decides, does the market continue to go up, and do we see the rally as we've kind of been expecting from here, or what does it do? But the real main important things, oil already came up here in early futures trading. We're going to be watching that in the morning and watching that throughout the day, because again, I'm expecting that to make a move now, or we might even just start to see some balancing out, and then the bond rates, and then the dollar, and then obviously the other currencies. But I think the main focus should really be the dollar and the yuan, and then the other ones, but we have to see how things play out in the morning. So I want to just get straight to the plays. We will go over some options, but there is a bunch of different plays. But remember, guys, keep your head in the game. If you didn't watch that video I made over the weekend, it has been weird, and don't let that get to you, or don't let that cause you to hesitate or be scared. But again, hopefully you had a learning lesson from this week that will really prepare you when the time really matters here, because we are still getting volatility. Unless the market just chills out here, expect to see a lot of moves and a lot of confusing ones. But right off the bat, McDonald's, it closed above that 205. We still have that play coming into this week. If you guys got those at the beginning of the week, they're up about 600% now. So I am going to look to take profits or build another position around there. But again, McDonald's, and now at this crucial position of how the value stocks are going to move. Are they going to continue to go up with the market, or are we going to see one of them diverge? So watch McDonald's. I really like that play. LJPC, we were talking about this. I'm still holding the same shares, and why I'm bringing this up here, because it looks like that mini solely still, it hasn't gone too crazy, and the fact it's holding up. So what I mean to put this on watch is both, does it break and start to give up, or does it also continue and we see it develop and go from here? Next is now our favorite, Beyond. If it is going to do anything crazy, if it is going to be that Tilray, it is going to happen this week. So watch for it. But again, there is one thing I noticed from it today. It could spend a big amount in the same level. And if you guys really put it into perspective, most of the gains happen in a very short period. So make sure you have time on that and be very, very smart. I want to set up more plays. If I am going to try to play this, I'm not going to hesitate like last week. I'm going to do the butterflies. You will have to spend some more money, but I'm going to also make sure I'm not capping my gain this time. So watch them. They're going to be good. Next, watch the banks. There's Wells Fargo and American. The American banks, but also Deutsche Bank now. I will bring this one up, and I think it could be very important, because just about 20-30 minutes ago, as I was getting off the plane, Mario Draghi announced that they might consider cutting rates for the ECB. So now this is different from the US and the situation we got here, but the fact that they said they would potentially, entertain that idea, and that has, a big importance, because if you guys remember a few months ago, we were documenting every time the ECB would say stuff. They've kind of outlined their policy very different, but they were the last ones to even begin raising, and I don't even think they have raised. So for them to cut, it's going to have an effect, especially on these European banks here. So keep note of that. Keep watch for that. I really like those. And then lastly, as far as this screen is going, Raytheon. They had a merger. I think it was with, I'm really blanking right now, but Raytheon, there was a mega merger. It's even on CNBC, actually. I think if you go here to the bond rates, and again, bond rates are already up a little bit by a decent amount, so we'll see how this plays out. It's a decent amount here, but they're still at low rates. But yeah, Raytheon and United Technologies agreed to all-stock merger to create aerospace behemoth. So what that is going to mean, United Technologies and Raytheon, they're going to become one stock. So all the shareholders of Raytheon and UTI, they're going to come together and get one share of, it's either going to be, whichever company is going to hold it down. And probably Raytheon, I think they have more brand value in that. But that could be interesting for a goodwill play. And again, we saw that with Kraft Heinz. Don't forget about that. As stuff starts to develop here now, I am going to talk about this on stream. I am going to talk about this as we get in, but this is going to be a week with a lot of talking. We're going to start seeing people, especially the Fed, there's going to be a lot of jawboning, and I think that's what's going to create this effect this week, where we will have assets moving. We're either going to continue up, which would be surprising, or we're going to continue up a little higher and then bounce around and hold between these levels. Kind of something like this, honestly, is what I could expect. But again, we could compare it back to November, but during these times when there's one bad thing, and then as it gets worse and worse and worse, be prepared to hear from companies. They're either going to give guidance updates, they'll, like I just said, the goodwill charge off, so on and so forth. But watch Raytheon, that'll be good in the morning. Another one, I made a big play on this one, and I'm going to keep watching it. AT&T, they had the news with them and Dish merging as well. So again, a lot of mergers and acquisitions. Usually that happen, take advantage of stock prices towards the end of the cycle. But here we got AT&T. They popped up a lot, but I think a lot of people, if you guys see these run-ups on AT&T, recently, and again, we could attribute it to volatility, and it does something like this. As you guys see, you want to follow the trend when it comes to AT&T. If it keeps going, awesome. But if it does switch up, that could be bad. But the fact it has the Dish news, and why I liked it with Dish, it started to pop. That was a very big intraday pop, but so did Dish. But Dish kind of gave it back up. But the fact that this news came out even prior to when we made the play, the fact that Dish started to react, and then the other purchaser or merger target started to react as well too, that's what gave me the indication. So I like it. I'm going to keep my eyes on that. Watch Tesla now. They're at these low levels. Again, I'm going to look. I'm still in a July butterfly, which is still doing pretty well, and it's up. So I want to see how that one plays out. But I'm going to keep my eyes here again, whether it is bounce mode or drop mode. Tesla looks a lot different than a lot of these companies when we put them on the daily, and you see kind of how they've moved up. There's Dish, there's AT&T, even Disney now, remember, and all these, and that's the next company. So watch that Tesla. But I love Disney as well too. It's coming up. It's a little bit weaker, but then the next two, these are going to be my favorite. So again, why I'm putting Disney here and it's in the middle, if Disney starts to pick up speed, this will be a good one. It's going near that 140 level. It's recovered here. So if there is positivity in the market, that could be good. So I really like that one. But then again, look at Microsoft. This one is already broken past the earnings. It's already hitting 52-week highs. And this was a big drop down, and it came back and recovered. I'm really liking this. Again, now Microsoft even at 130. These are big psychological levels for all these companies. And last but not least, AMD. We have our play on that one as well too. I am going to probably make a play on Microsoft, so someone remind me to watch that tomorrow. But AMD is still in play. It has moved up a lot. I will wait for maybe a day of a pullback or something. It doesn't necessarily have to be a pullback, more so than a I'm trying to see an example that you guys could get from there. Maybe even one of these. I don't know. But that could happen. But again, with this speed, and again, AMD, we could see the hints, Raytheon and AT&T and Dish, AMD might as well just be a merger target. And when you look at some of these, again, look at defense and Raytheon and all that, it's interesting to see how they played out. But, I've even forgot on these. You guys, look at Roku as well, too. I forgot to put Roku on that list above 101 in holding. So the contracts have been expensive, but we still like that company. But watch out for, again, AMD. That could be a merger and acquisition play. So I like it. I will keep my eyes out for it. As far as the options, I don't really have too many plays for you guys besides some of the ones we made last week. McDonald's is still in play. Again, here are those 205s. They're weekly now. But remember, these are 80 cents. If you guys were watching the watch list, and I think I even made a statement to say, hey, watch the watch list. It's good for you guys. I hope. These were 25 cents. We got these. These are just about to do 1,000% for us, so that'll be awesome. I didn't know they were up that much. I thought they were down less, but keep your eyes. The same logic is going to be applying here. Push this 205 to the wall. If this one, that's why I'm going to be cautious to take my profits on it, but I will have to roll over properly. But essentially, this one's in the money. I know McDonald's has a tough time at 205, and again, the whole market in general. So if it doesn't take anything positive to price in higher from here, everything's kind of at these resistance points, so we want to see how they behave. But I like McDonald's, and I will show you guys the play I made on AT&T. I made a few of them. I have next week's. I have the June 24th, I think closer to the money. I think I'm at like 33 or 32.50 on one of those. But then I grabbed these Julys, and I really like these, but I wanted to explain the play a little bit. I think it was the 36s, and that was me right there. I think I bought 100 of them. And, some people got in after there, or was it? Yeah, I think that was. But I got it in there, and why this play, again, 100, it would cost me like, I think $300 or something, or $400. But the key with this play, it's super far of the money. I'm only playing this on some merger, but I'm going to be taking advantage of that to both sell premium on and turn it into a butterfly, but also give myself extrinsic value flip. But I just want time because these merger games are weird. But again, if AT&T starts to get more serious, I want to buy more in that. But again, I did use a little bit amount of money. I probably could have been better off buying 10 of these instead of 100 of these. So that's where you guys have to factor in the risk. But watch that play. Do your thing, guys. I hope you have a great weekend, or I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you have a good sleep and you're ready for tomorrow morning live on the stream. 30 minutes for open like the video. Let's go!